I continue. Since we're talking about discussing the ontology of the God of the Bible, and when I say ontology, I also provide a dictionary definition. According to the same Google Online Dictionary, I say ontology, if you recall, is the branch of metaphysics dealing with the nature of being, right? A set of concepts and categories in a subject area or domain that shows their properties and the relations between them. So that's my technical term there, ontology, this particular discussion on how something is made up. What is it made up of? What are the components of its, makeup? How is it put together? How does it function? So we're talking about how is God put together, so to say. All right, so that's what I mean by ontology. So since we're going to be discussing the ontology of the God of the Bible, well then I imagine that pneumatology is going to necessarily have a bit of overlap with theology, which of course is the study of the nature of God, as well as with Christology, which is of course the study of the nature of Christ. So we have all of these three ologies that are working together. Well, four really. We have ontology, then we have pneumatology, theology, and Christology, right? The study of the ology of. So that's what we're looking at. I continue my commentary. So I want to begin this third installment of my Trinity study firstly by sharing what I'm calling my BLUF, my bottom line up front. That's what I want you guys to understand where I'm going. I want you to know right away what I hold to, what position I believe, and so we can kind of see if what I'm saying is accurate with the Bible. I want you to understand my position so that you don't misunderstand what I say later on, because obviously my commentaries can be misunderstood because of all the technicalities that show up in them. I continue. So I wanted you to know what I'm calling my bottom line up front before briefly turning to a digression on social Trinitarianism and its relevance to both Eastern Orthodox views on the Holy Spirit, right? I talked about East versus West and the perspective of Roman Catholicism and its offshoot Protestantism versus Eastern Orthodox views on the Trinity, which would include Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. We're going to look at that a little bit as well. But we're also going to examine the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints' heretical views on the Trinity and the Holy Spirit. And the reason we're going to look at that, I'll just tell you somewhat right up front, is because of their closely worded language that shows up in their doctrinal statements. It's almost designed to bring unsuspecting Christians over into their religious affiliations without feeling like they're making a big leap from one form of Christianity to a different form of Christianity. It's almost like they're saying, hey, look at what we believe. We're not too different from your average Christian church that you're probably used to going to. Why not attend our church? Look at our statement of beliefs. And so we're going to look at that to see how that, even though it looks like they're saying something similar to what you might believe as a standard Protestant evangelical Christian, in the end, if we look at more closely at their language, their form of Trinity and their view on the Holy Spirit is actually quite dangerous. And so we really want to avoid that.